What's good, everybody? Welcome to another episode of my well, scratch that. This is actually a new series I'm kind of making. I'm gonna call this the Live and Ready reviews. Basically, I'm just gonna review live albums because it just dawned on me that this was actually the first live album I reviewed since I started this channel. So I was kind of like, wow. But at the same time, I was like, you know what? I might just put a separate series just for live albums, but it's not. The thing about me and live albums, I'm not just gonna review live albums like every week or shit like that. It's gonna be like once in the blue moon, basically. So, and since I concluded, well, scratch that. I can't say I concluded reviewing all Nirvana's albums because I still haven't talked about Bleach yet. But since I talked about like Any Terror, which is the official final studio album, well, yeah, if you want to put it that way, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna talk about this album and shit like that, you know. So Nirvana, Kurt Cobain, Dave Grohl, Chris Novoselic, and shit like that. But they actually added some new members as well, and some additional musicians. Um, Most notably, they added this guy named Pat Smear. He was on acoustic guitar and shit like that, and now he plays the guitar for the Foo Fighters and stuff like that. So, and they added these cats from the Meat Puppets, Chris Kirkwood and Kurt Kirkwood. I'm not really too big on that stuff though, but yeah. Lori Goldston on cello. Yeah. Oh, where my man is at? 1994. This album was released. It was released about 7 months after Kurt Cobain's suicide. Rest in peace, by the way, Kurt Cobain. And singles album came out with, it mostly came out with like promo singles, but the official single that came out was About a Girl. But the promo singles were like All Apologies, The Man Who Sold the World, Where Did You Sleep Last Night, and Lake of Fire. So yeah. Okay, so after the release of In Utero, they went on tour with to support Half Japanese and the Breeders. And that was at a time when they added Pat Smear from the punk rock band Germs as second guitarist, you know. Like, you know how the Rolling Stones, they had Keith Richards and Mick Taylor. Now they have like Keith Richards and Ronnie Wood and shit. So, yeah. So, MTV always wanted them to do an unplugged episode and shit like that. So after a few negotiations, Kurt Cobain, he actually finally accepted. But here's a twist. They did not want to focus heavily on singles and shit like that. They didn't want to focus heavily on like making a flashy concert, because he said that he wanted like basically acoustic guitars, minimum lights, candles, chandeliers. Like, he wanted this shit to look exactly like a funeral, which I fucking loved and shit like that. But yeah, and they actually filmed the entire performance in one single take, which I actually did not know, but I'm not surprised at all. Um, and another interesting thing too about this unplugged episode was they performed a lot of cover songs too, from like the Vaseline, David Bowie, Meat Puppets, and Lead Belly. And the performance was actually so good that after the band was finished, the producers wanted an encore, but Kurt was like, he feel like he cannot top himself after that. So yeah. And so now you guys should know that Kurt Cobain, he died, or you know what, he passed away. Cause you know there's some people who talk saying that he didn't really kill himself, but that's another story for a different day. But he know he died like April of '94, while his album was released in November of '94 and shit like that. So once he died, MTV literally stopped the regular programming and aired this performance repeatedly. So DGC, the label, they wanted to release some new material. Originally a double album called Verse, Chorus, Verse, which was a lot of live performances from '89 to '94, as well as the unplugged performance. And low key, from what I've read, making that album, it was very difficult, for the surviving members of Nirvana, Dave and Chris, which is understandable. So the label canceled that out of respect, and they wanted to release this album on commercially and shit like that. And yeah, so that's how this album came about. And Scott Litt, Alex Coletti, um, who was at the time the executive producer of MTV at that time, and Nirvana, they did their share with this whole album. So I'm gonna take you through like a booklet. This is that classic setup right here. Just an iconic live performance and shit. This is how you do. This is exactly how you do a fucking live TV performance and shit like that. You don't always just focus on. Yeah, it's cool to focus on the singles and all that, but show them more of like your vulnerable side. Show them more of like more your artistic side and shit like that. But yeah, because a lot of these recent unplugged performances I've seen comes across as hit or miss for me, in my opinion. But it is what it is. And so yeah, look at all that shit right there, them performing. Yeah. So yeah. And since I've already reviewed certain songs, from In Utero and Nevermind, I'm not really gonna focus that heavily talking about those songs here. I'm also not gonna talk about. I'm also not gonna talk about like the Bleach songs and shit like that. I think there was how many Bleach songs was it? I think it was just one. I'm sorry, give me a second. Yeah, I think it was just one. Yeah, one song from Bleach. Yeah, so I'm not gonna talk about a girl. Alright, so first song I'm gonna talk about is, well, you know what? I would say this, like Come As You Are. I'm just gonna say that was a dope live version of the song and shit like that. I'm just gonna say that. Then the song that's playing right now, Jesus Doesn't Want Me to For a Sunbeam. That was a nice song right there. That was actually from a cover of the Vaseline song for the EP Dying For It. And yeah, it was actually a parody of a song I'll Be a Sunbeam. Dope song. I like the rendition of that. The Man Who Sold the World. The David Bowie cover. Rest in peace, David Bowie, by the way, too. That song was so good, I didn't even realize David Bowie made a cover of that song. Like, that was amazing rendition of that. Yeah, very good rendition of that. Like, David Bowie's version, I like David Bowie's version, but the original version was a little I mean, I like the original version, but I mostly preferred when he performed it at the European VMAs in '95 or '96. I like the beat to that one better though, but it is what it is. No harm done. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, I like the performance of Dumb. Okay, I like that. Plateau. That was actually a cover of the Meat Puppet song and shit like that. Yeah, that was another cool song. And another cool thing about this whole album, I don't know if it was just me, but they really were going back to like paying homage to like the lesser known alternative rock bands and shit like that, like Meat Puppets and all that stuff, which I will give them credit for and shit. Now, the final two songs, in my opinion, are tied for my favorite songs off this album. So, yeah, I cannot, for the first time, maybe on this channel, I might just say All Apologies and Where Did You Sleep Last Night. I'm just gonna tie that as my favorite song off the whole project and shit like that. Like the acoustic version to All Apologies, oh my god, like it's just so soul searching. It just definitely, I would have preferred the acoustic if they played with acoustics on the studio version. I would have been perfectly fine with that and shit like that. Love, love, love that version. Where Did You Sleep Last Night? Come on. Kurt Cobain's best vocal performance, held hands motherfucking down and shit. And yeah, that was a very good cover of the song too and shit like that. And a lot of people even said that was like the best performance he has ever done, like ever and shit like that. Period. Now that's all the time I have for this album. Album. Overall, very dope album, right? Dope live album. Um, if you're a Nirvana fan, you don't have this album. I don't know what to tell you though, but it is what it is. I've seen the performance. I saw the performance a couple of days back and shit like that. Just to rehash everything. Dope, dope, dope performance and shit like that. In my opinion, that's the best unplugged performance ever. I know a lot of people are gonna say Eric Clapton. I know a lot of people are gonna say, who was it? Rod Stewart. I know a lot of people are gonna say all that, but I've always felt like this one right here was the definitive unplugged performance ever, in my opinion. And yeah, because Eric Clapton's performance, I liked it. Don't get me wrong, I love Eric Clapton's performance, but everyone overhyped that one because, don't get me wrong, I feel bad that he lost his son around that time. I feel for that. No parent should have to bury their child. But I just feel like people kind of overhyped that certain song with the whole unplugged and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Where I feel like this one was like more diverse. They paid homage to alternative bands. They introduced new people to new songs, especially with The Man Who Sold the World and shit like that. Like I just felt like this one was like a more done deal and shit like that. But it is what it is. That's all the time I have with the album. Stay tuned for more. And stay tuned for more stuff. Peace.